Good morning. This is Tiffany from Tiffany Beauty Trends. And this morning, and I'm saying it is really the morning, it's probably between 2 and 3 a.m. I am just amped to do another eye color with you. And today it's called Sitting Pretty. It is from the lookbook of Too Faced, and it's Pretty Rich palette. And I'm just going to start. So first of all, it says to smoke kohl under pressure into outer eye and blend upward, then smoke into lower lash line. Okay, so this is basically black. We're trying to remember about our eye shape. Okay. I have always had a little trouble when it comes to starting out with the deep dark colors. It's just very daunting, and I somehow usually can pull it off, but I feel pretty darn lucky if I do. And then onto the lower lash line. I'm going to try not to go too thick because I have a feeling it's real easy to do that. Okay, I'm going to take a break from that eye and go over to the other eye and go to about here. Remember, the eye shape must be kept. Get it a little bit straight right here. And I think it did say to go out just a little bit. I could be wrong on that one. But anyway, we're doing fairly well. Not quite the exact shape I would like to see, but close enough. Okay, need to get a little bit more on my brush, and I'm actually going to take this side out just a little bit too to make it even, because no matter what, we can make a mistake okay if we just even it out. So evening it out, just right now it looks like just a lot of mess, but I still have faith in myself. And that's really what you have to remember, is to keep the faith, because, you know, you just don't know how it's going to turn out until you're at the very end. So now it says to blend, set the jewel tone onto the center of the lid. Okay, so this is the blue color. Yeah, I think the black was a mistake, but I think this blue can take it on and match it. So I'm not too terribly afraid of seeing what's going on right now. And then I'm going to go to the next side. And again, the center is our focal point. And I just want to make sure that I've got enough so there aren't any bald spots, because that would probably look worse than anything. So I'm going back over to here, and it's definitely not a complete perfect job. There's a little squaring off I need to do, or rounding the square off, excuse me, with this blue color. And I just want to go really close to the lash because I feel it's very important to remember that lash line. This one is going ahead with a lot less troubles. Okay, so the next color is to press Silver Spoon onto inner lid. Okay, press Silver Spoon. What I want to do is take Silver Spoon and press it with a brush. This has to do again with maintaining the balance of color and the depth of the color with which we apply. So I'm just kind of slightly going over to the blue. I think I might have a little bit of extra. I really can't see myself putting that on. That was so weird. I thought, how can I do this if I can't even see it? But I've got it figured out now. I just need to complete the job. And hopefully you can still see my face. I'm not crouching down too far. Okay, so Silver Spoon is set. And now I'm just kind of going over to make sure that I've got this blended correctly. There's still a little bit of mess over right about here. And I'm not sure if it will actually hand wipe off or if it needs just the corner of a towel. You know, sometimes you'd be amazed what you can do with just a little corner, you know, just to kind of take down the irregularities. Okay, so now it says to also use your finger to layer Diamond Life on top. Okay, so is that supposed to be all over the top? This is where it gets a little iffy. I don't know if it's just supposed to be in the blue section or blue and gray only. So I'm just kind of playing right now to see if I get the right amount of shine. And I'm going to go right to that last edge of the dark color, black. It had a catchier name than black, but it's basically a shimmer black. Okay, so we're going over the top of the purple, and we're just meeting up with black, which is called Coal Under Pressure. Okay, let me see. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to retrieve my my towel again. Boy, that was a little second where I thought, is something going to come out of this? Am I going to talk? Okay, what I want to do, it doesn't say to do this, but I want to add a little white-ish vanilla to the space up here. And kind of accentuate the very small drawn-on eyebrow. And, of course, do the other side. Oh, another thing that I've been thinking about is all of the highlights that we put on ourselves start to feel like I'm glowing like a Christmas ball. And I was in this like mind frame, like go big or go home. And now I've kind of settled into a lot less use of highlight, and I don't want to say I feel better about myself, but I do feel a bit more natural where it counts. So I don't know if we're ever going to get over this phase. I am going to search out my Revolution makeup kit and choose probably Pearl, just to keep it safe, and add it to all the places we normally add it to. But again, girls and guys, do we need all this? I mean, it seems pretty necessary when you watch other people do it. But when you're doing it to yourself, I don't know. I'm just questioning it now. Like, is this going to go out of style? Oh, and I just noticed I did do this very nicely on this side, but I don't really have this edge on the other eye. So I want to clean that up. Okay, sorry about that. I'm the cleanup crew today. And then one of my favorite YouTubers goes and does a little C over the top of the eye to draw attention further to your eye. And then down the nose to the nose tip and across the Cupid's bow. I never seem to get adequate shine there. And since I have a cleft chin, I figured why not powder your little cleft. So, do we have enough on? The jury is always out on this one. Is it ever enough? Okay. Now I'm going to give myself the once over. And maybe apply a little darker color than what I had on. I'm not the prettiest at putting makeup on. I've noticed, especially lips. It's kind of a little shaky. And not as smooth as I would like to see. And then there's always what color to actually choose. Okay, so I've curled my lashes. I do have a little bit of lash on right now, but today I have had this before, but it's been a long time. I'm going with CoverGirl So Lashy. And it has what appears to be a spiky pineapple shape on the stick. So I'm ripping this bad boy out. See if I can get both pieces out quickly. Oh yeah, now I remember. Okay, so this is the way it looks. It looks like a fuzzy pineapple. So what I read is that you use the main part for everything, and that little ball on the end, and I'm going to make it sure that I completely screw this in, pump it a few times, swirl it, and then repump. Okay, this looks really, really good. Okay, so get that errant hair out of the way, and hopefully this one does a great job like the one I tried yesterday. The DNA helix on a stick. I'm just curious, you know, these are $11.99, so they're a little bit more than a lot of drugstore mascaras, but I think they're onto something with these odd shapes, because I'm really going for the top of the line mascara look, since I don't use falsies, and I want to make sure that I leave no lash uncoated. Yes, I was going to say something and try to be funny, but I changed my mind at the last minute, and it was probably for the best, because I don't think I really had anything in store for y'all. Okay, so I'm going to try the little ball on the end to do my bottom lashes, my ball and chain. See? Corny jokes. And that is doing a decent job, I've got to say, of spreading along these lashes. They don't look too bad. But are they even? They look pretty even. Okay, so back to the tops. Let's see exactly what we can do without touching down anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to get these with the little ball, and I'm going to get some more for the coating, and this one, the little ball's already positioned to hit those, and just get a really nice lash look. Okay, I'm seeing if I kind of slow down and don't do it at a feverish pace, it's actually taking and making them longer. So, new tip to self, don't go so fast. Alright, now I can see them pretty darn well. Did look in the viewfinder, sorry if that's unnerving. I do think these are really good lashes. Once again, I am a fan of both Plumpify and So Lashly. So I might even be a bigger fan of So Lashly because it wasn't as daunting. The other one, the size of it, the sheer size, was hard to do the bottoms. And this one has a much slimmer profile, so I think it worked a lot better. But I love them both. So would I put my stamp of approval? Absolutely. Worth $11.99. And, you know, as for the debates, let me know what you feel about highlighter. Are we going too far? Is it just a trend? Will it stay forever? What do you think? I'm thinking eventually it will die out like the dinosaurs.